Hello there. It's just me. And today I'd like to answer to these things that have been said about me in particular on Mr. Wyatt's video. And I'll preface this by saying all due respect for people's degrees and the height they've attained in the military and the things they've accomplished in their life. But at the same time, due respect for all people. Now, let's start, shall we, with the title of this video, Social Media Cowards Misleading Refugee Aspirants. Now, nobody is a social media coward here. This Facebook group has been led by me for 6 years with my own name, and the protection of it being a private group, that is for the South Africans and always has been. So people couldn't come in and just make trouble. And so people can speak freely about these issues. And misleading refugees, I'd like to know, how have I ever misled anyone in my group? If you know me or you followed the group for a long time, you know I'm a real stickler about information, that it's got to be checked out, double-checked before I put it out. Anyway, let's go on with this video.
Hello, folks. You know, as this process goes on, more and more of these liars and betrayers expose themselves, and they hide behind closed groups, one of which is a group for people who want to take refugee status. There's this woman who has called me a clown and an entertainer and said that I've been lying about asylum, and then claims that people have been telling this person something different about asylum. First off, I've never lied to anybody. And you slandering me on Facebook. Step forward. State your case. Who's lying about asylum?
Okay, I will state my case right now. For 4 months, Mr. Wyatt has been stating that asylees in America cannot legally work, that it's against the law. Even the immigration attorney on our Facebook group tried to correct him on this fact, but he will not be corrected. Tell that to the people, thousands of people with an employment authorization document who are asylees and are working in the U.S. I mean, not just South Africans, of course. That makes it many, many tens of thousands. But South Africans alone, there are thousands working in the U.S., and they are valued, and they are not to be called criminals. They are not to feel criminal because they are working. We should thank God that they're doing this work. Now, it's called the Employment Authorization Document, and after you apply for asylum, you have to wait 150 days till you apply, and then after 6 months, 180 days, you will get your EAD. He's also stated that it was illegally given to asylees in Biden's term. Now, tell that to people in 2018 who I knew personally who were being given EADs to work. Tell that to the South African lady who last week just got her newest EAD as an asylee to work in this country. This is all wrong. People have been giving, or the government's been giving the EAD since the 90s. It has nothing to do with Biden. I read a New York Times, I think it's a New York Times article, hard to keep track. And in the article, they talked about all the things President Trump was trying to change with refugees and asylees. And it did mention that they might want asylees not to work at all, but they have been legally working since the 90s. So all of this information that Mr. Wyatt's giving out is just not true. And he will not be corrected. He will not go on to uscis.gov and put it in the search bar, EAD. And there you will read it plainly. Okay, let's go on with the rest of this.
You're lying about Asylum. You're lying about me on Facebook. And that's slander. And I'd suggest you stop it. And calling me a clown and an entertainer. Show me what I lied about. Show me. And what is your angle here? What are you trying to get out of this? Why are you lying to people in hidden Facebook groups that people can't just go take a look at? Come out in the open. Don't hide in the shadows. State your case. Come out. Show me what I've got wrong. Are you going to refute the figures? Are you going to tell me that people get asylum and that you can stay here? You're also going to tell me it's legal to work here? It's not what the law says. It's not legal to work under asylum. The Biden administration broke the rules, and those rules are being reset. So you want to take your chances? You want to mislead people? Sure. Go ahead and apply for asylum.
Those rules have not been reset. Someone I know personally has just had her EAD renewed for, I think, the 4th or 5th time. No.
Stay here. See how that goes for you. Wow. Why do people do things like this? I don't understand this. They run around and talk other people down. They don't know what they're talking about. And hide in groups. Shame on you. Shame on you. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you, folks. I haven't named the person. Some of you know who it is. And you know who you are. And you're a coward. So come out in the open. Come out in the open. The audacity. Because you're on some bizarre path that you think is correct. Wow. The people who've come out to you, did they work for the U.S. government? Have they ever dealt with refugees? Have they ever served? Do they?
Okay, the people who come out to me are the South Africans who have genuine experience with the State Department in South Africa. They've received emails, calls. The people who I've spoken to who flew on May 12th, they are genuine people, and I find them completely credible. Now, let's talk about asylum. I have a short list of South Africans who were granted asylum, but I stopped keeping track years ago. And if I would have stayed on track these last 4 years, I would probably have a long list of South Africans who were granted asylum. These figures that he's putting on screen, they just don't mean much to me. And keep in mind that things should change now drastically when dealing with the USCIS. And we'll find more news about that very soon. Very soon. Let's just go to the rest of this.
No U.S. immigration law? I don't know. Because you're just running around slandering me. You don't explain your position. Kind of hard to address that. The world is full of people like this. Shame, shame, shame. Cheers, folks.
Now, if you can't take a little criticism, like being called these, soft names, what can I say to you? Because it's a harsh world, people. This is very soft stuff. If I had $5 for every derogatory thing he called people, I would be able to buy my new car right now that I need. And the last thing I want to say is that I think it's a man who attacks a woman and calls a woman a coward. I think they're actually the coward. And okay, that's all I want to say. Have a great evening.